Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading of November the 12th to the 18th, 2023. However, I do want to say that this is a timeless message. I am reading the current energies specifically for this week because there's dates in that week that I am speaking to, which is the new moon. So this reading is for sun, moon, or rising in Capricorn. So if you are one of those, you're in the right place. As a reminder, if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for finding your way to me. I'm still growing, and so I would really absolutely love for you to join our community. I call you guys my high vibe tarot tribe. Uh, and just as a reminder, please hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to my channel. For those of you returning, thank you so much for honoring me again with you being here, listening to this message. As I had stated, I think in my last reading, I am working with the archangels for this whole month. I pulled a card from the archangel deck for myself yesterday when I started these readings. It is located on my YouTube channel under the community tab. That community tab allows me to upload images or those types of things. And my angel that I'm working closely with through these readings is Archangel Michael, as well as Archangel Metatron. Metatron is my main angel that I work with, but I was also assigned from the deck, from my angel guides, Archangel Michael. So he is here as well. A couple of things I wanted to talk about. First of all is the new moon is on the 13th. That's the day that you set your intentions for your month, where you work on your manifestations, the things you want to create in your life, as well as those things that are no longer serving you. You want to acknowledge that you are releasing them from your life, okay? So what I typically tell people to do, I've got an example right here, is to, this is an old one, but you take a big piece of paper, you draw the big circle, all the things that you want to create goes inside the circle, all the things that you want to release go on the outside of the circle, and you do that on the day of the new moon. And then what you do with that page afterwards is completely up to you. As you can see, I keep mine. Some people burn theirs just to release it into the universe. I feel like the universe pretty much knows anyway, but there is something about it that gives you that extra extreme focus. And as the veil between the spirit world and the earth world is very thin at this time, I just feel like everything that we can do to focus on our manifestations will help create them in our lives, okay? So this new moon is in Scorpio. Scorpio is a water sign. The thing about Scorpio is associated with transmutation, meaning, you know, moving one thing into another. So it's death and rebirth, death of the old, and then a new beginning. And we have those all through our lives, right? We have new beginnings all the time. My readings up to this point have been pretty intense. I just finished Scorpio's reading, and of course, because we are in Scorpio season, this is Scorpio's month, they had an amazing reading. So what I have been finding is that the readings are saying that people are resistant to change, which doesn't surprise me. I'm an earth sign as well, and of course I resist change as much as anybody else. But what the information that came through was that this is the way that the placement is of this new moon in the astrology chart, is that it's a Scorpio, like a double or triple Scorpio. So that means that that energy is quite amplified. It doesn't surprise me. Scorpio, as I said, deals with transformation. It deals with empowerment, and it deals with spiritual gifts. It talks about death and rebirth, and it's about secrets. So all the hidden stuff that we don't necessarily like to look at about what happens on our planet, because we just, trying to live day to day. But all that stuff needs to come up, because the only way that we can get through this ascension process and moving up and graduating is to work through this dark stuff. We have to heal it. And it's my firm belief that we, as spirit beings that came into these physical bodies, we made an agreement that we would be here to help clean up this mess. We are here for a reason, and I feel like that's one of our missions. We may have more than just that, but that's pretty damn big in my book. And the only way that all of this can work and we get to graduate is if we do this dark stuff. Look through the dark stuff, recognize that it's there. We can only heal once it's been acknowledged, right? So that is part of this process. The other thing that Spirit, when I sat down to do my meditations, I was asked to grab 2 crystals that I own. And I'm showing you this energy because this energy is also going to be infused in these readings. So if you believe in energy and you believe we are energetic beings, because we are, then anything that we use in these sessions are there, that energy is picked up and that's transmitted. So whenever you see this message, just recognize that this energy is being added. Now, the thing that is special about these 2 crystals is that these crystals are called sentient plasma quartz. Sentient plasma quartz crystal. If you look at them, these are really clear. I got this one before I picked up this one. I got this one a couple years later. And I have to put it down, and I'll tell you why in just a second. But when I got this crystal, I went to a gem show back east when I was living back east, and I walked into this building. It was a huge building. And all the really cool stuff was like all in the front, like the best, right, real estate people had gobbled up. And for whatever reason, I made my way kind of to the back of the whole building there. And there were vendors all the way through this whole building. But I happened to walk up to this woman's table that had this. And I was looking at her stuff, and I kept feeling like I wasn't seeing what I was supposed to see. I really felt drawn to her. And I stepped around because there were people there, and I stepped around, and as soon as I stepped around, it was like this thing zapped me. And I reached over with my left hand across the table. I reached over with my left hand and I picked this up. And I noticed as soon as I picked up the rock that the woman immediately looked at me. So I don't know if she thought that I was picking it up and I was planning to walk away with it, but I had it in my left hand. And typically what I will do, I always test to see if something is meant for me. And I had put it in my left hand, which I'm right-handed. I normally use my right, but this time I happened to use my left, and I put this stone right here at my heart center. And as soon as I placed it at my heart center, I started just sobbing, like ugly, like crying. Like this thing triggered a release inside of me that was so profound. Right there, people were there, and I was so embarrassed because I couldn't stop crying, right? And the woman just happened to have a box of Kleenex, and she offered me a Kleenex, and then she was talking to the people and everything, and I just kept holding on to this thing, and I figured, you know what, I'm already a blithering idiot now, so I'm just gonna let it run its course. So I held on to it. Eventually the people left, and then the woman looked at me. And she says, I guess you've discovered your crystal. And I told her, I said, you know what? I said, I wasn't going to come today, of course, but I decided to come. And I immediately came all the way to the back to your table and picked up this crystal, and you saw my reaction. And she says, you know, the thing about those crystals, she only had a small little like a little basket of them. She had maybe 5 or 6 in there. She says, I wasn't actually going to put these out. She goes, I just put that basket out. She goes, so I feel this stone is actually meant for you. And I said, well, I said, I know it's a quartz crystal. I said, well, how much do you want for this stone? I figured, oh, it's just a quartz crystal. So, what can it be? $10, whatever it is. She says, I'm not going to tell you what I normally charge for that crystal. She says, I want to give that to you as a gift. And I looked at her and I'm thinking, wow, how generous, right? And I said, God, that's so kind of you. And she goes, I saw your reaction, and these specific crystals are very special because they're called sentient plasma crystals. They choose their owners. And she goes, and I just told you, I wasn't going to put them out. I just put that little basket out maybe 10 minutes before you walked down here. So she came around and I gave her a big hug and we were both crying. And I said, I don't know, this thing's pretty amazing. I said, what do you know about it? And she goes, well, I know it's called this sentient plasma. She goes, this evidently is supposed to be able to, if you are in a place where you are ready for that type of an experience, can actually take you to the 12th dimension. Well, you're out of your body, you're physically out of your body at that level, right? I know that much. I know I haven't been there in this physical form. Did I come from there? I don't know. I don't know all the details of my soul yet, but I'm learning. But anyway, the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because I am using this energy in these readings so that these readings, no matter when you come across this reading, it is going to affect you. And this absolutely opens up your heart chakra. If you find that you get emotional, don't fight it. You will find a huge release. That was an amazing day for me. And then a couple years later, I happened to go to a different show and I came across this crystal, which this one has a baby attached. Can you see the baby? You see the double, there's a point and here's a point. When I put them together, I do cry. So it gets me very emotional. But anyway, that one was, it was just out. So I asked the guy how much he wanted for it. And at the time I was looking at it, I kept thinking, this one feels like the one that I have at home, but I didn't have that one at home, so I could tell. So I ended up buying it and I taken it home, and I really honestly feel like the guy didn't know what he had because he didn't charge me very much for that crystal. And I know for a fact that crystal was meant for me. He only had a few pieces of that and he had it behind glass, right? So I asked him if I could see that one with the baby on it, and he handed it to me. And it was that kind of that same reaction, but I didn't, it wasn't so intense because I think whatever had been blocking my heart chakra before had been cleared because I had this one, right? And I had been working with this one. So that's how I got the both of them. But I was asked to sit in meditation before these readings and hold both of these. And I hold them in a specific way. I call in my angels. I call in Archangel Metatron. And I called in Michael because I knew I was going to be working with him. And as I was sitting there, it was like this, just download of stuff. So part of what these readings are about is opening up your heart, right? The other thing I was asked to do was to work with this specific energetic spray. This spray is made by a woman who lives in the UK. Her name is Amanda Ellis. You can find her on YouTube, and you can find her website. If you just pull in her name, she's probably been in business 20 years. She's a channel, and she also works with these energetic sprays. This one is Archangel Metatron spray. It is called Sapphire, and it's called Divine Peace. So it's a Divine Peace energy spray, which what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray it so that that is infused again in this video. And then I want us to imagine, and I'll walk us through this. Imagine that we put our hands out and we create the earth, the image of the earth between our hands, and we're going to send peaceful healing to the earth. Okay, and then I'll do your reading, honest. Okay, here we go. The only thing I wish you guys could smell this because it smells so good. Anyway, she puts essential oils. She has a huge line of these. She puts essential oils and she puts little stones in there as to what she's creating. And this one is peace. So what I'd like to do now is I am a Reiki master teacher. I do Reiki. I have for since the 90s. I think I got my Reiki teacher, master teacher, Reiki master teacher certification in 1996. So what I'd like to do now is you can rub your hands together and then just pull them apart, but put them together. And then I just want you to imagine that Mother Earth is right in between your hands, okay? And just your intention is enough, because where your energy goes, right, that's where it flows. So we have the earth between our hands, and I'm calling on the God of our heart. I'm calling on Archangel Metatron and his legion of angels. All of the archangels, the angels. And I ask for assistance in connecting this beautiful energy of peace to surround Mother Earth at this time. And for this energy of peace to touch every living being on this planet. Okay, now I am sending this peace to you. Thank you so much for joining me in this peace meditation. Okay, Capricorn, I am going to do a Celtic cross for you, and then I am going to, well, first I'm going to pull you 2 oracle cards. One of them is going to be an archangel, and the intent behind that is that you can call on that archangel at any time, but specifically through this week, as this is the energy we're working through, right? But at any time, you can utilize this angel. And the thing about working with the angels is you have to invite them in. They love to work with us. They would love to get to know you. If you haven't worked with them before, their energy is very unique. It feels different probably to everyone that works with them. And we'll see what you get. Okay, so your first card is from the Spirit Junkie deck, and it says, the difficult relationships in my life are the perfect mirror for me to look more closely at my own behavior. Difficult relationships. And I have to say, as much as I shuffled these cards, another group, another sign got this exact same card for this group of readings. I feel as though difficult relationships are a theme that are coming up. That's part of the dark stuff, right? Is we've got to heal those relationships. Could be family, could be anybody, could be a friendship, whatever it is for you. Your archangel is, oh, Archangel Raphael. See with enlightened eyes, open to abundance. Now, Archangel Raphael is the healing angel, and as you can see, he has this staff right here, and it looks like that caduceus, right? The caduceus, isn't that the symbol for medical stuff? Anyway, but he's also got this hand right here, and he's got all these herbs and stuff, like a pestle, or a thing that, you know, grind your herbs with. I forget what you call it, pestle, whatever you call it. But he is the angel of healing, and he does resonate green just like this. So you can call on Archangel Raphael this week if you feel as though you would love help from the angels. You call him in, you ask him to help you, and he will help you. Okay, so here we go. What do our Capricorns need to know this week? What do they need to know in general? What are their strengths and their weaknesses? What's helping or hindering? What is their state of mind? What's their long-term energy? What is supporting them? Okay, Capricorn. I've always got to cut the deck 3 times and then cut it 1 more time. I don't know. Okay, so this is representing your energy right here. And we have the moon card. Ooh. Okay, so the moon card. The moon card is about mysteries. Look how pretty that is. So the moon card is about mysteries. And the moon card is also about walking a mysterious path. The thing about the moon, of course, is that we are working with that energy of the new moon. So it feels as though there is stuff that's going to be surfacing for you specifically, Capricorn, that is unknown. So it's some kind of hidden information. I feel as though it's going to be hidden information that is going to be very revelatory for you as we are in this energy of transmutation, right? The other thing about the moon is an energy that talks about your subconscious, okay? So there may be things that you are doing that you don't realize you're doing. So those are things that maybe somebody else may bring up and bring to your attention that, oh, are you aware that you do this, whatever this thing is, this quirky thing, whatever it is, bringing attention to it. And you'll be like, oh, no, I didn't realize I do that. So it could be something as simple as that, or it could be something quite revelatory. It could be a thing where you may be having lots of dreams right now. Your dream, and that would be, that would be very much in line with what other signs are getting as well. Is this information of your subconscious trying to get your attention? And your subconscious, best way to speak to you is through your dream state. So if you go to sleep at night and you say, I want to remember my dreams, make sure you have a pad of paper, right? Have a pad of paper by your bed with a pen or a pencil. And the second you wake up, you've got to write down what you remember. Even if it's just an image or if it's bits and pieces, write down those bits and pieces. And then keep a dream journal. Like get yourself a dream, like get yourself some kind of a book that you can write down what it is that you're picking up, because they're going to be symbols and there's going to be things that are being revealed to you because your subconscious is trying to talk to you. So that's kind of another energy that is surfacing for this moon. The other thing about this, though, is this is a major arcana card, and as this is representing your current energy, there may be big revelations coming for you through this whole month. And as it's a major arcana, it may be even through the end of the year. Just letting you know that. Okay, so what is helping or hindering you is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is a card of love. Okay, I got this backwards somehow. So it's the card of love. It's the card of two completely different energies coming together as complete and whole. You can look at it as a soulmate, right? It could be your soulmate that's coming in. This is very much in the very center of your reading. So it could represent a relationship. It could represent a business. It could represent that, you know, you're going to be starting a new business and this is your business partner, but you feel very close with this person. This is like soul connection. This is soul family. This is two energies coming together that are quite beautiful so that you can create something very harmonious together moving forward. Okay, so what's on your mind? The Three of Wands. Okay, so the Three of Wands is an energy of waiting for your ship to come in. It could very well be that you've got yourself on hold. Could very well be that you are in the contemplation stage of what you are creating next. Or it could very well be that you have created something and you've sent it out, meaning that you've projected that information out to the universe and now you're waiting for signs to let you know to move forward. This is your card to move forward, okay? Okay, and then your next one is your past. Oops, sorry, no, this is your, oh, what's supporting you? Three of Earth, which is the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is teamwork. This is honing a skill. This is working in unison on a project with another individual. On the Three of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite deck, the person has completed his work, and the other two people that are there are coming to evaluate how he did. Like, did he do the work the way that they had their plans? Because she's actually holding a set of plans in her hands. So did the work that was done, did it meet the requirements? Because the Pentacles is representing the fact that money will be coming in for work, you know, completed, okay? And that's kind of what this is about. But this is also about working in unity with other people. This could be teamwork. It could be something that you're doing at on a project or something in your job. But again, this is a three energy. You've had 2 3s so far. Okay, this is your past, and your past is the Page of Wands. This page is a really fun page. For one thing, pages are about messages, but this particular page is just very lighthearted, full of spunk, right? A really spunky younger person type of energy. Pages are about a new direction, a new concept, a new way of thinking, a new project, something that's coming in that's new motivation. There's a lot of passion with this card. But as this is in your past, I just feel that this is adding energy to things that you are creating in your life. So from there, what is in your near future? And we have the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords, meaning that You are going to calmer shores, meaning that you have been really working through a lot of difficult things up to this point. It could very well be that you are leaving behind things that no longer serve you. It could very well mean that you are actually physically moving somewhere from wherever it is that you're currently living. But what this is saying is that when you least expect it, help is going to come and help you with this transition. This is definitely finding calmer shores from the position that you're currently in. So this is a very positive card. And then we have your long-term energy. And you have got the Wheel of Fortune. What is beautiful about that is that does represent fortune. That does represent potentially some kind of inheritance. It's some kind of money coming in. This is cyclical. This is an ending of something. So if you've been having money struggles, or you have been having difficulties with some type of financial situation, that's all going to turn around, okay? Because that's basically what the Wheel of Fortune is about. Now, the other thing about the Wheel of Fortune is that the Wheel of Fortune also has to do with evolving, and it also has to do with new opportunities coming in, okay? So those opportunities could be anything, you know, and as we're in this manifesting stage, manifest what it is that you want it to bring in. Spirit can work fast. Okay, your next card is what are your external influences, and you have the Queen of Cups. Does that represent you? No, you're the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so the Queen of Cups. Now, the thing about this Queen, this could represent you. This could represent your energy. This could represent someone very close to you. It could be somebody that is in your family. It could be a coworker. It could be your mom. It could be your aunt. It could be somebody close to you that represents this energy. And this energy is, the Queen of Cups is a very emotionally stable individual. This person is a type of person that always needs to have an even keel, understanding what she thinks and how she feels about everything. This is a very feeling type of an individual, right? So if she feels really good about things, right, she is awesome because she understands like how to get out of that disruptive imbalance with her emotions. So this person may be coming in. That's an external influence for you. So expect to see somebody coming in that represents that energy. So your future feelings, love. Okay, so there is a love reading here. There definitely is a love reading here. Because you got the Two of Water, which to me is a stronger energy than the Lover's card. But what this is saying, so you've got all this love going in. So some of you might be starting a new romance, starting a new relationship of some kind. But love is about partnership. So love is about partnership. And as I said about this card, could be a partnership, right, in business. This is another energy of soulmates. This is also one of the things about this card that always strikes me every time I see it. I have another deck of cards that I use that really bring this home. And since I've used that deck for a long time, when I see this card, I always think of that image. And that image is one of two people, you know, together. Most of the time they're together. You can tell that they're in a love relationship. But one of the things that always hit me was that one of the things that this energy brings in is a way to create healthy boundaries for yourself. Okay, so it could very well be that you have had some loss, you know, that There could be some loss of some kind, a loss of a relationship or something like that. Or maybe you walked away from a relationship because you weren't being treated the way that you should be. But what I'm seeing now is that that energy is being healed. Okay. You have got this Raphael energy right here, and that this is the angel that heals. This is the healing angel. And I feel as though if you get into this new relationship, it's going to be different than anything that you have felt before. I feel as though your soulmate will be coming in. And I feel like what is happening at this time on the planet is that more as the veil is thinning, and as we are really ascending up into these realms, we will be calling to us our tribe. We will calling to us our spiritual tribe as well as our soulmates. Okay. So I feel very strongly, since this is in the very center of your reading, this is confirmation saying that your future feelings is going to be profound love. Okay, your final card is the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is a card of it's a card of rest. It's a card of needing to step back and do some self-care. It is telling me that you have really been burning the midnight oil. You've been giving a lot of yourself up to this point. You have been putting yourself out there and really, running yourself thin. And us earth energy signs have a tendency to do that. We will run ourselves ragged because we believe that we just need to give and give and give. And what this is saying is there's a weariness within you that you really need to do some self-care. So please, please, please take this to heart. Do something that you absolutely would love for yourself. Go get a massage, go get a manicure or a pedicure, or go, I don't know, go do something that you normally don't do for yourself. Maybe call some friends and go out for an evening and, I don't know, go to a movie, go to dinner, or something. But what this is asking you to do is take care of you. Okay. So now I'm going to pull your 5 main themes to close out your reading. This has been a great reading, you guys. This is really good. What's interesting, of course, is that your first card was difficult relationships in my life are the perfect mirror for me to look more closely at my behavior. And what's funny about that and interesting about that is that you have this huge amount of love coming in, right? So I think what this is really telling you, Capricorn, is really do some deep dive into where you feel, excuse me, there was some disconnect in previous relationships, things you do not want to create in a new relationship, because I feel like this relationship is coming in, and it's coming in fast. It's in the very center of your reading. So if you don't already know who this person is, maybe it's somebody that you've been eyeing, and you're going to find out that, oh, they've been eyeing you too, kind of a thing. I just find that interesting because I feel as though there's a lesson in this message, and it's going to be different for all of you, but I just wanted to bring that back up because the whole part of the difficult relationship is an opportunity for you to look closely at your own behavior. How did you contribute to those difficult relationships? How did you overcome them? What was your approach? How did you, move forward, if at all? But I do see love coming in. Okay, here we go. I'm telling you, you can't make this stuff up. Rose, romance is in the air. Okay. Love, love, love. Love boat has landed. Bull, do not Do not back down from oppositions. Show strength and fortitude. Okay? Cat, you will be playing a different role. So what does that mean? That can mean a bunch of different things, right? Could be that you're changing jobs and doing something different. Could very well be that you are opening up your own business and you're quitting your own job and now you're becoming an owner, you're becoming the sole proprietor, something along those lines. Or you could be doing a side hustle, right? So maybe you do, I don't know, maybe you do you work at a high-end retail store, and now you've decided that you're going to start selling products on Amazon. I don't know, something quite different from what you're currently doing is what I'm picking up. It's kind of like that Two of Cups, meaning that Two of Cups energy is two very different energies, right? Two different energies coming together to create something beautiful. So it could very well be that you will be playing a different role. Maybe when you get married, you won't have to work. I don't know, something. Let's see, there's an axe, forces working against you. I feel like this is, I didn't see that here, but that doesn't mean it isn't happening for a few of you. Last card, Fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Yeah, okay. Okay. Capricorn, this looked really good. I hope that you found something in here that has resonated with you. Again, if you're new to my channel, please like and please subscribe. I am trying to grow. It is a very slow process I'm learning, even though my intention out there is to reach as many people as possible. Because honestly, I do work with spirit, and I feel like they kind of pushed me into this direction because it has the largest reach. And one of the things is I am a teacher, so I have a lot of information. I've done a lot of things in my life, and so I want to share that with you so that you can recognize those energies for yourself and feel as though you belong in a place, because a lot of people don't. A lot of people feel very lost. They feel very isolated. So I welcome you here. Thank you so much. I hope you have a beautiful week. And until next time, please take care of you as you have been guided to do some self-care. Okay? Cheers.